Welcome back to the Ocean Center here in Daytona Beach for Stetson and Bowling Green. My name's Caden Knapp, and we're just getting ready to get this basketball game started. Game 1 of 2 for the tournament for the Falcons. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at BG_FMSN. Yes, that's BG_FMSN, Falcon Media Sports Network. We post updates on there, and make sure to check out our website. We also got a football game going on right now between Miami and Bowling Green. It's going on. I believe it's 14-5 last I heard, with Sean Connolly, Reese Patricus calling that over on Falcon Radio. So let's meet the starting five here in Daytona Beach. Let's start with the Falcons. Of course, it's Amy Velasco, Paige Kohler, and Erica Porter, the normals in the lineup, of course, and with Taya Ellis and Johnny Donahue being out again, Layla Harrison and Lauren Gherkin will take their places. So each of their, as I said, second starts ever at the collegiate level. Lauren Gherkin was highlighted by our very own Lucas Kleinmeyer in the preview article. She's going to be big, and they need her underneath, and she can be a big three-point threat. She could be that third option on the front court. And then looking at the Stetson Hatters, of course, they have Mary McMillan, Jorah Epley, Cameron Thomas, Tyasia McMillan, and then Quintara Mitchell. That's how they're starting. Five looks out. Not a very tall team. Tyasia McMillan is 6 foot tall, graduate student. Everyone else is shorter than that at 5'9" or less, with Epley and Mitchell being 5'9", and then Thomas 5'7", and Mary McMillan 5'6". Falcons, of course, a taller team. They have 3 players in their starting lineup with 6 foot. And as we mentioned earlier in the season, they have 8 total players that are at least 6 foot tall. First time since 2011-2012 that they've had that number, and they're tied with Toledo for the tallest team in the Mid-American Conference. First time the Falcons playing here in Florida since 2017. They took on FAU. As both teams get onto the floor and get ready to get us started. Tyasia McMillan and Erica Porter stand in the middle. All the rest of the starting five. The Falcons will be headed to the west with the Hatters to the east. The ball is up in the air, and it's tipped around, and Erica Porter will wind up with it. And here we go. Glad to have you along with us this Black Friday afternoon. Quick passing around the arc. Now Amy Velasco drives, spins around, looks to find her outlet, finds Lauren Gherkin, drive the paint, and put it in to start the scoring party. 2-0 BGSU. That was Lauren Gherkin, as I just said. Now 13 of 36 this season shooting in total. Quick pass, now take a three from the top of the key. Splish, splash there for McMillan. Tyasia McMillan, graduate student, makes it 3-2. We're 36 seconds into this one. Second offensive possession of the game for the orange and brown as Kohler passes it to Layla Harrison in the far corner. Move it inside. Double team Erica Porter. She's going to get it out to Velasco, who has some space on that three from the top of the key. No good off the back iron, and the rebound is made by McMillan. Here go the Hatters, trying to add to their 1-point advantage that they built at the moment. Hold it on. Now pass it to the near side corner. Take a quick three, and that's going to fall. Back-to-back threes for the Hatters. That was Jorah Epley, the sophomore, making it 6-2. 8:40 to play in the opening quarter. Lauren Gherkin now with the basketball at the top of the key. Get it over. Layla Harrison. Make a move. Dribble drive through 2 defenders. Goes up with it. No good. Gets her own rebound, though. Trying to go back up with it, and she's going to be fouled. Check that. They say travel. No, traveling violation is the call. Layla Harrison took too many steps as the near side officials. They looked at each other and delayed the call there. Hatters up by 4. .25 with it on Gherkin, and a whistle and a foul to be called. That was Quintara Mitchell getting fouled by Lauren Gherkin. First foul by either team today. Going against the freshman. Dribble around from Terry Stripe, hand it back. And a whistle, and Cameron Thomas will be fouled there. Back-to-back BG defensive fouls on the floor. That was Layla Harrison, the guilty party. Inbound it from under the hoop. Get it into Cameron Thomas, go up with it through two defenders, and it's no good. And now a scramble drill for it, and Amy Velasco winds up with it. Other side, Falcons moving with tempo, take a three. Paige Kohler, no good from the near side wing, but Porter gets the rebound off the tip, and then she's going to have it blocked away out of bounds. The Falcons will keep it. Taisha McMillan has been all over the place for the Hatters from Tampa, Florida. Inbound it, Porter off of McMillan, no good, and then Porter's going to go out to the far corner and get her own rebound. Now find Layla Harrison, make a nice move and go up with it. Put the ball in the hoop. It's 6-4, 7:40 to play. Going with tempo goes Stetson. There's a pass that's going to go through the arms of Epley and back to Bowling Green. There's Velasco now, pivoting around the elbow. Pass it over. There's a shot from the other elbow, far elbow, and it's good for Erica Porter. And we're knotted at sixes. 7:20 to play in the opening quarter. Game number 2 of the day for the tournament. Make a nice move. Pass it out to the far side. Dribble drive. Now back out. Near side three. From the corner, no good. And Kohler gets the rebound. That was Epley, the shot taker. Going with tempo. Make a move. Velasco through a defender. Gets it to sneak in. Nice play by Velasco. Now other side of the floor. There's a pass and it's going out of bounds. Last touch by Quintera Mitchell. And Bowling Green will get it back, and we can get to take a breath. Very, very up-tempo. Coaches for BG, Alexis Grimblinko and Maggie Lucas were very adamant about how fast Stetson likes to play. They emphasized it in their practices throughout the week. Erica Porter from the Cherry Stripes going to pass it back to Amy Velasco. Now Paige Kohler passing inside back to Porter, and Porter's going to get fouled going up with it. And 2 shots incoming as Mitchell was the guilty party from Nashville, Tennessee. 5'9" graduate forward. Her third school. Erica Porter, 71% free throw shooter. Jim goes quiet. And she misses her first one. 8-6 Bowling Green, 6 minutes, 37 seconds to play. In the first quarter, Kaden Knapp, WBGU, 88.1 FM. Shot 2 is good as there will now be substitutions. 9-6 it goes. Kendall Moxie into the game for the first time. She'll take the place of Erica Porter. Christina Gilbad will check into the game for the Hatters from Spain, Barcelona. Pass it over now. Dribble around from the elbow. At the far corner, drive the baseline, kick it out to the corner. There's a 3 from the near side. No good. It was tipped around, but an offensive rebound is made by Thomas, and she's going to get it out beyond the arc. Moving around. There's a 3 from the near side wing. No good. 0-2 that possession for the Hatters, and now they go to the ground, and it's loose, and Kendall Moxie will wind up with it. Mitchell was on the ground, tried to pass it away. Moxie came up with it. Now Velasco, kick it out to the wing. Pass it out. There's a 3 from the corner for Paige Kohler. Short on that one. And then it's tipped and rebounded by Gilbad. Hatters on the other side of the floor. Going quickly. Pass it high. Take a 3 from the far side. Wing. No good off the back iron. And now a scramble drill and a whistle and a foul to be called. Sorry, it disconnected. Welcome back to Daytona Beach. Sorry, we had technical difficulties. It's 9-6, 5:13 to go. BG is in the lead as here is the Hatters on offense. Pass it out to the far side corner. There's a three that's no good for Cameron Thomas. The offensive rebound is made. Move it around the arc. Now another three from the far side corner. Check that. They say it's a long two, and it falls in. That ends a 7-0 run as Taisha McMillan was the one who made that three. 9-8 goes the score. Amy Velasco from the block is going to be fouled going up, and she'll go to the cherry stripe to shoot 2 shots. With the guilty party being Taisha McMillan. Just hit that shot on the other side of the floor. Stetson is one of their last 7, and we're going to take a media timeout before Amy Velasco gets her free throws off. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can find the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. Caden Knapp, WBGU 88.1, 9-8 Falcons. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
For all BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.
Welcome back to Daytona Beach in the Ocean Center. It's 9-8 in favor of BGSU in the early goings of this one. Amy Velasco about to shoot 2 free throws. Amy Velasco leads the team in free throw percentage. She's 33-36 this year, 91.7%. And if she can make both of these free throws, she will become the 24th all-time leading scorer in Bowling Green history. She needed 3 points heading into today's game. She has 2 right now. Right now, Erica Porter leads the Falcons in scoring with 3 points. And Taisha McMillan leads Stetson with 5. Harn and McMillan, Mary McMillan, right behind her. So here we go. Waiting for the free throws out of the media timeout. 4:42 to go. Jim goes quiet for Velasco. Makes her first shot. 10-8. Centerville, Ohio native makes her second shot, and now, just like that, she's 24th all-time in BG scoring for women's basketball. Congrats to her. Here go the Hatters moving quickly. Stop dribble underneath. McMillan looking to find an outlet. She does, beyond the arc. Now working near side wing with Mary McMillan. Mary McMillan, pass it out. There's Tasia McMillan, and she's going to travel. She moved her pivot foot in the near side block. Now, it is worth noting that Tasia McMillan and Mary McMillan are not related in any way. That was something that was asked by multiple people right as soon as we saw the roster. But yeah, they're not related. Paige Kohler now with the basketball. Pass it over to Emily Cecil, who finds Velasco. They're still working around the arc as there's 8 seconds on the timer. Jasmine Fern now passes the corner. 4 seconds to shoot it. Paige Kohler drives the baseline, gets it out to Cecil, takes a 3, and it's no good off the top of the backboard. And we're getting a whistle and a shot clock violation, giving the ball back to Stetson with 3:45 to go in the opening period of play. Falcons nurturing a 3-point lead at the moment. Thomas Keshi now passing it over. A little bit of back and forth passing around the arc. Falcons play man-on-man defense as there's 7 seconds on the shot clock. Nice pass underneath, but we have a whistle and a foul to be called. Mary McMillan, the guilty party. Noga Haran had a wide open lane to the hoop, and the reason for that was because of the foul. Amy Velasco now. Get it ahead. Paige Kohler back to Velasco. Near side wing. Up top, there's Paige Kohler. Off the Fern screen. Inside, Erica Porter. Spin move through 2 defenders. Whistle. Foul. Count the bucket. Erica Porter. 13-8, and she's going to go to the line for a chance to convert the good old-fashioned 3-point play. And Cameron Thomas will check back into the game for the Hatters. She'll take the place of Jorah Epley, a junior for sophomore exchange. Christina Gilbad will also check into the game. One shot for Erica Porter. Good. She missed her first 2 earlier and then made that one. 14-8 stands the score. We're under 3 minutes to play. Dribble around the arc, pass it up top. Now slow the pace by backing it away, kicking it over. 21 back inside. I'll go back out around with it. Dribble drive to the hoop, and Gilabad lays it in. 14-10. Velasco now over. There's Paige Kohler near side. Corner 3, no good, but the rebound is made by Porter, and she's going to lay it in. 16-10. Almost like an assist. As now we have a whistle and a traveling violation. Christina Gilbad moved her pivot foot, and the Falcons get the basketball back again. Jasmine Fern will be the inbounder from in front of her own bench. Hand it back. There's Emily Cecil working around the arc. Jasmine Fern now, near side 3 from the wing. No good. And the rebound is made by Cameron Thomas. Other side of the floor, end to end. Mary McMillan, get it back out. Now there's a floater, and it's going to fall from the middle of the paint. That was Quintara Mitchell making that shot to graduate forward. 1:53 to go in the quarter. 16-12 stands the score. Amy Velasco with the basketball, dribbling around, stops her dribble at the elbow, gets it out. Now Velasco has it back. Find Paige Kohler, near side wing. 3 ball, in and out it goes. And Cameron Thomas picks up yet another rebound. Stetson made 3 of its last 3 field goals. Get it out. There's a Mitchell 3 from the near side wing, and it's no good. So that broke that 3 of 3 streak as Paige Kohler takes it the other way for the orange and brown. Weaving through defenders end to end. A whistle and a blocking foul to be called. So Paige Kohler is going to get a pair of free throws. Stetson did not like that call. Kohler is 7 of 14 this year when it comes to free throws, 500%, or .500, so 50%. 1:20 first quarter, 16-12 to score. Kohler from Olmsted Falls, Ohio, misses the first shot. She averages 11.2 points per game. She's been a big piece to this team. She actually surpassed 400 career points against West Virginia. She missed both of her free throws there. Keshi wound up with the rebound for Stetson. Now other side of the floor, takes a 3, no good. Get it back. Mary McMillan now takes a 3 from the near side, no good again. The pair of missed threes, and then a whistle and a foul to be called. This will go against Bowling Green, presumably. And it's going to be Emily Cecil being the guilty party, the 5'6 junior. As now Erica Porter will check out of the game. Looks like Kendall Moxie will take her place. As I said, Kendall Moxie, the transfer from Daytona State College, the gym where the Falcons practice on Tuesday. She actually played games in. Inbound it, beyond the arc, dribble around, pass it to the near side. Keshi possesses it, get it up top, pass it around. Now inside, Keshi lost it, and Cecil gets a takeaway. Ahead to Jasmine Fern. Pass it up to Velasco. Slow down the pace. We're under a minute to go in the quarter. 45 seconds. 16-12 BGSU. They're moving around the arc as Emily Cecil dribble around, pass it back. No look pass to Kohler, who finds Velasco. 13 seconds, and the timer makes a nice move to the hoop and lay it in. Amy Velasco, 6 points for her today. And now Keshi from the near side wing takes a three. No good off the mark, but an offensive rebound's made by Thomas. No good on her layup. And Kohler gets the rebound. Other side of the floor, 18 seconds on the game clock. Pass it over. There's a three from Paige Kohler. No, it's short. And the rebound is made by Stetson. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. 18-12 BG. Make a nice move. Mary McMillan pass in along the baseline. Go up with it and lay it in. Nice shot there by Noga Haran, and that will bring us to the conclusion of an action-packed first quarter, which the Falcons leave with a 4-point lead at 18-14. My name's Caden Knapp. This is WBGU 88.1 FM. We're going to step aside and come right back. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can find the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. Thank you all for tuning in.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Miss a BGSU sports broadcast? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to listen to past calls by Falcon Media Sports Network.
Falcon Media Sports Network is finally back on the road with BGSU hockey. Make sure to catch the voice of Falcon Hockey, Ben Korak, on the call for every BGSU game this season on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Welcome back to the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach. It's 18-14 in favor of the Falcons. Getting ready to start the second quarter. The Hatters will start with it. They're going to the eastern side of the Ocean Center. Passing around the arc. Make a nice pass. There's Cameron Thomas to the hoop. No good. Short on her layup, and Paige Kohler was there to rebound it underneath for the orange and brown. Erica Porter leads the team in scoring with 8 points so far. She's not on the floor right now. Kendall Moxie feed it out to Kohler. Finds Cecil. Now Velasco working around the arc. Inside, there's Moxie, and she gets it to fall. Laid it in over a defender, and it's 20-14. Stetson trying to get something going as they pass it back. They're down by 6. About a minute into the quarter, there's a three from the top of the key, and Cameron Thomas can't get it to fall. It went in and out after going off the backboard. As Paige Kohler the other way, handed back. Velasco, three from the near side wing, and it's short and no good. Back to the Hatters it goes as Haran hauled in the defensive board. Pass underneath, now make a move, go up with it in the middle of the paint, and that basket's gonna count for Promise Keshi. She's from Italy, averages 5.6 points per game. 20-16 it stands inside to Moxie. In the middle of the paint, double team, and she's gonna be fouled going up with it. So we're gonna get more Falcon free throws. They're 4 of 7 today as a team. Moxie has only attempted 5 free throws this year. She's 3 of 5. That's 60%. Quick math. And she makes the first one to make it 21-16. Second shot, good. So it's 22-16, 8:36 to play in the opening half. No pressure from the Falcon defense until Stetson gets a half court. Keshi possesses the basketball. She's going to drive, make a nice move, but she can't make the basket, but she does get her own rebound and gets it ahead to Gilbad. Gilbad backs it away, resets the clock. 16 seconds to shoot it. Dribble around. There's Cameron Thomas through 2 defenders. Finds her outlet. Now with 9 seconds to shoot it. Double team, and now a whistle and a traveling violation to be called. Great defense by the Bowling Green Falcons. Noga Haran was guilty of the travel. We're 2 minutes into the second quarter, 22-16, still the score. Amy Velasco gets it. Get it back out to Paige Kohler around the arc. Velasco driving, pass it to Porter. Nice feed, and Porter's going to lay it in. What a game Erica Porter has had. They need her to step up, and she now has 10 points. And it's 24-16 heading into the Stetson timeout. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, proud creators of Ale Ziggy Zumba, a light ale made in collaboration with BG Athletics and available at Juniper Brewing Company on South Main Street and Northwest Ohio Kroger stores. Details at juniperbrew.com. My name is Caden Knapp. This is WBGU 88.1 FM. We'll be right back. 7:41 to play.
The BGSU volleyball team lost in the semifinal of the 2024 MAC tournament to Western Michigan on Saturday, November 23rd. The Falcons took the Broncos to 5 sets when Western Michigan won the 5th, a team who would eventually beat Ball State for the MAC championship title. The season was still a success for BG as they won the MAC regular season at a record of 16-2 in the first season of the combined MAC play, including 8 matches against MAC tournament teams. It was the 6th time the team under Daniela Tomic won the MAC regular season title, the 7th time with 20-plus overall wins, 11th time making the MAC tournament and finishing with a winning record, and the 9th year in a row making the tournament and playing in the semifinal. This has been 60 Seconds in Falcon Athletics.
Welcome back. It's 24-16 in favor of the Falcons, and we're out of the Stetson timeout. Right now, the football team is behind Miami at halftime or nearing the end of halftime, 14-5. It's very cold and windy in Bowling Green, but here in Daytona Beach, it's fantastic weather. As both teams break their huddles, their respective ends of the floor. It'll be Hatter basketball. Christina Gilbad will take it up. 5'8" graduate student. Tightly guarded by Harrison. Gets it ahead to Keshi. Gilbad once again dribbling around. Pass it over to Mitchell. There's Gilbad back with the basketball, and she's no good on the layup. And Erica Porter picks up yet another rebound. Velasco, other side of the floor. Dribbling around the near side wing. Puts it over to Porter. Hand it back. There's Layla Harrison, the freshman. Find Paige Kohler. Back in. Look at the passing spin move. Erica Porter has it blocked. Nice rebound, though, along the baseline. Get back out to Kohler. 4 seconds to shoot it. Now at 3. A lot of contact. A traveling violation will be called. Not much Kohler could really do with the basketball there. The shot clock was running low, and she was, very, very covered up. She had no chance of getting off a good shot there. Up for Mary McMillan. Pass it over. Now Keshi, take it from the charity stripe, and it's going to fall. It bounced off the front iron and went in to make it 24-18. 6:45 to play. Keshi has 4 points today now. There's Velasco. Hand it back to Layla Harrison. Top of the key. Work it over. Lauren Gherkin, a three. No good. Too much power under it from the near side wing. Here go the Hatters in stride. And, a pass out in front of Mitchell. And back to BG it goes. They get the takeaway. Velasco now weaving and bobbing. Get it out to Kohler. Three from the corner. It's going to fall. It snuck in over the front iron, and it's 27-18, 6:10 to play. Cameron Thomas now, get it out. Moving around, back to Thomas. Makes a nice move, go around Erica Porter, and a whistle and a foul to be called. We'll see what the call is, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Erica Porter. That's her first foul and the team's first of the quarter. 6 minutes to play in the half. 27-18 stands the score. 2 free throws incoming for Cameron Thomas. In her career, she's 72.2% from the line. As I said in the pregame, she's the ASUN Newcomer of the Week. She's really been a leader for this team. She likes her easy transition buckets. Team spent a lot of time prepping for her over the course of the week. Shot one is good. 27-19. Waiting shot number 2. Up. And good. Looked like it'd be missed for a second, but it ended up bouncing in. Stetson now bringing full court press. They like to do the 2-2-1 press when it comes to them trailing. Velasco now gets around it. 27-20. Get it over Lauren Gherkin. Gherkin trying to find someone open. She finds Velasco. 10 seconds to shoot it. Get it back to Gherkin from the far side wing. There's a three. It's going to fall. A 10-point advantage for the orange and brown. Other side of the floor. Here go the Hatters scurrying. Pass it out to McMillan. Spin move and a whistle and a blocking foul will be called on Erica Porter, her second, the team's second as well. Porter's had quite a bit of foul trouble this year, committing now 21 in total this season. Stetson will inbound it with Eva Bradshaw from underneath the hoop. Get into Cameron Thomas. Drive, pass it out, and now a whistle. A traveling violation. Taisha McMillan, the guilty party of that one. Now, Christiana Kulachkoska will sub into the game for the Falcons. And Mary McMillan will re-enter the game for the Hatters, taking the place of Bradshaw. Graduate student for sophomore exchange. 5:18 to play in the half. Velasco will inbound it. Stetson bringing that 2-2-1 press. Get it into Kendall Moxie. Quickly over to Velasco. And back to Moxie. Back to Velasco. A little back and forth passing. The Falcons get across the midcourt stripe. They had a lot of problems with the press against Ohio State and West Virginia. Velasco inside. Moxie no good in the layup. Get her own rebound. Go back up with it through 2 defenders. No good. And then Gherkin gets the rebound out to Kulachkoska from beyond the arc. No good. Too much power under a three, but Gherkin gets another offensive rebound. And now Velasco's going to feed it out to her beyond the arc. 14 seconds to shoot it. Layla Harrison possesses it and gets it ahead to Velasco. 10 seconds on the timer. Amy Velasco, double team, get it off to Lauren Gherkin. Launch up a three. Split splash. Lauren Gherkin, a beautiful shot to make it 33-20. The Falcons are running a 6-0 run underneath the hoop. There's a layup that's no good. It went off the under iron for Mary McMillan. Back to the Falcons it goes. Kulachkoska getting it over to Amy Velasco. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the half. Falcons trying to extend this lead. Feed it in. Layla Harrison from the block. Double teamed, and her pass is going to be tipped away and taken away by Cameron Thomas. Fast break, other side of the floor, and she's going to lay it in. all alone there, 33-22. Cameron Thomas, 4 points today. There's now Amy Velasco with it. Dribbling around, slowing down the pace. 15 seconds into the timer. Dribble drive, pass it to Moxie with a high pass to go out of bounds off of Moxie's right hand underneath the hoop. And the Hatters will get it back, and everyone gets to take a little bit of a breather as Cameron Thomas checks out of the game. Noga Haran enters it. Sophomore for junior exchange. Haran a little bit taller, 5'9". Hand it back. There's Mitchell. Dribble drive. Goes up with it. Has it blocked away by Lauren Gherkin. And the Falcons get it back. They've been playing great defense so far. They lead by 11 at the moment. Amy Velasco dribbling around the wing. Get it over. Lauren Gherkin. Back to Velasco. Take a three from the far side wing. Yes! A little bit of ring around the rosy action as it rolled around and went in. 36-22. Falcons running fast as there's a three from the near side wing, and it's in and out. That was Epley, the shot taker, and the Falcons get yet another defensive board. Velasco now, double team, get it out. Lauren Gherkin from the top of the three. Splish, splash. 39-22. My goodness. What a stretch for the Falcons. A 12-2 run over the last 2:51. We're going to step aside and come right back to WBGU 88.1 FM. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can find it, the latest menu, at juniperbrew.com.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
Out of the Stetson Hatters timeout called by Coach Lynn Bria. It is 38 to 22. I don't know why our scoreboard says 38. That's interesting. It said 39 a second ago. They must have ruled that Gherkin's shot was actually a 2 after the officials came together and reviewed it. 2:42 to go. Stetson has the basketball. Nevertheless, the Falcons are running right now. They have all the momentum. Mary McMillan has it. Dribbling around, hesitates, drives, get it out. Oh, nice pass, but no good on the layup from Christina Gillibad, and the Falcons get it back. Gulash Koska retrieved the basketball. Paige Kohler now, weaving and bobbing, get it back to Amy Velasco. Inside, Lauren Gherkin. Pivoting around, gets it up to Kulach Koska, and look at the passing and the put-in by Christiana Kulach Koska. 40-22. Falcons up by 18 points on a 13-2 run. 7-0 run over the last 101, and there's a three that's made from the top of the key by Mary McMillan. Boy, did Stetson need that. 1:50 to go. Kendall Moxie, hand it back to Kulach Koska. Find Paige Kohler wide open for two. Good's good. Just snuck it in over the front iron. 42-25. High pass, and it's going to go over everyone's head and bounce out of bounds. Back to the orange and brown. As now Eva Bradshaw checks into the game for the Stetson Hatters. Down to the final 93 seconds until intermission. Kick it over. There's Paige Kohler. Moving around with the basketball, get it out to Amy Velasco. Thought about taking a three, instead drives, kicks it back to Kohler. Inside Moxie, double teamed around the baseline, go up with it, and somehow gets it to fall. They worked on that during practice a lot, getting out of those double teams. Good job, Kendall Moxie. Other side of the floor, here go the Hatters. 66 seconds to play in the half. Get it back. Keshi now, dribble, drive, go up with it, short on the layup. Nothing going right for the Hatters right now as Moxie picks up the defensive board and gets it ahead to Amy Velasco. 50 seconds. Get it ahead. There is Paige Kohler lobbed inside and a loose ball, scramble drill, and a whistle. And we'll see what the call is. With 45.2 seconds to go, the clock is stopped. I think a foul was called, and it was a foul called on Kendall Moxie. That's her first foul, the team's third. There's not been a lot of fouling this quarter. 4 combined fouls between the two teams. Now Cameron Thomas checks back into the game. She'll inbound it to Gilbad. Clock runs again. Gilbad, pass it over. Harin, take a three from the near side wing. No good, too much power under. Now loose ball, and Velasco picks up the board. She has 3 rebounds today now. We're at 27 seconds on the game clock, 23 seconds on the shot clock. Velasco taking her time, looking over at Coach Shamil, figuring out what play they want to call. 15 seconds to shoot it. She's probably going to drive with about 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, and she will. 12 seconds on the game clock. Pass it. Lauren Gherkin, take a three from the top of the key. Split splash! Lauren Gherkin hits yet another big shot, and with 3 seconds to go, here goes Christina Gillibrand, end-to-end, go up with it as time expires, no good, and the score will be 47-25 in favor of the Falcons. They ended that half on a 14-3 run, and they finished 7 of 7 in that final stretch from the floor. What a half of basketball to start here in Daytona Beach. My name is Caden Knapp. This is WBGU 88.1 FM. Ben Korak is going to join me in about 5 minutes for the halftime show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll be right back. 47-25.
The BGSU volleyball team lost in the semifinal of the 2024 MAC tournament to Western Michigan on Saturday, November 23rd. The Falcons took the Broncos to 5 sets when Western Michigan won the 5th, a team who would eventually beat Ball State for the MAC championship title. The season was still a success for BG as they won the MAC regular season at a record of 16-2 in the first season of the combined MAC play, including 8 matches against MAC tournament teams. It was the 6th time the team under Daniela Tomic won the MAC regular season title, the 7th time with 20-plus overall wins, 11th time making the MAC tournament and finishing with a winning record, and the 9th year in a row making the tournament and playing in the semifinal. This has been 60 Seconds in Falcon Athletics. BGSU junior wide receiver Rakeem Smith is this week's Falcon Media Sports Network Athlete of the Week. Smith was named to the MAC Co-Offensive Player of the Week for his performance in BG's 38-13 victory over Ball State on Saturday, November 23rd. Smith tallied 89 all-purpose yards and found the end zone 3 times against the Cardinals, 2 on receptions and 1 rushing. On the season, Smith has 15 receptions for 230 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with 18 rushes for 119 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. This has been Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
you a fan of BG Falcon Media's live sports talk show, The Swoop? While there will be no more productions over winter break, episodes will air again every Tuesday beginning on January 28th only on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel. Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media's live sports talk show, The Swoop? While there will be no more productions over winter break, episodes will air again every Tuesday beginning on January 28th only on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel. BGSU junior wide receiver Raheem Smith is this week's Falcon Media Sports Network Athlete of the Week. Smith was named to the MAC Co-Offensive Player of the Week for his performance in BG's 38-13 victory over Ball State on Saturday, November 23rd. Smith tallied 89 all-purpose yards and found the end zone 3 times against the Cardinals, 2 on receptions and 1 rushing. On the season, Smith has 15 receptions for 230 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with 18 rushes for 119 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. This has been Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
BGSU Hockey is back in the Slater Family Ice Arena for the first game against Michigan Tech on Friday, November 29th. Join the voice of Falcon Hockey, Ben Korak, on the call at 6:45 for pregame and 7 p.m. for the puck drop on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Welcome back to the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach. My name is Caden Epp, and I'm joined by Ben Korak back in our Cooling Center studios. It's 47-25 in favor of BGSU here at halftime, and Ben, half number 1 was really good for the Falcons, especially when it comes to shooting. Falcons 18-36, Stetson 10-32.
Yeah, it looked to be a very good first half for the Falcons, especially for me, liking to see those big men, or I guess big women, get in the game. Erica Porter and Lauren Gherkin really started out very strong, 23 combined points between the two of them, leading scorers. You know, it's great to see Amy Velasco lead scoring for the Falcons so often, but it is really nice to see some of those bigs really get active, and especially that 5 for 6 from Gherkin and the 4 for 7 from Erica Porter, shooting at a high rate, getting a lot of points. It's been nice to see for them to really pick it up, starting to get into the meat of the season, and it's a portion of the team that's been a little bit low lately, so starting to get them up and climbing up.
Yeah, we've been waiting for it to happen. I mean, we've seen during practices and whatnot, and they really wanted it, and here this Daytona Beach tournament so far has been really good for them, and I mean, it's a positive sign. I mean, heading into future endeavors too, with Taya Ellis being out, and I mean, down the road towards MAC play, you know, hopefully we'll have Donahue back and Fleming.
Yeah, certainly, and keeping everybody on the floor right now when you have a little bit of a limited roster is going to be huge. Erica Porter, for one, has 2 personal fouls. That's probably lower than her average to this point in the season. She seems to get a lot of fouls accrued to her. She's been pretty low. Everybody else on the team, if they have one, is at 1. So that's a good thing to see as well, knowing that you'll have essentially your entire bench for the rest of the game and trying to hold on to this pretty sizable lead if you're Bowling Green as well. 3-point shooting, I have really liked to see. I know
on the stat sheet, it's not too great. 5 for 16, I think, is 31%, if I'm not mistaken. Lauren Gherkin especially leading that, 3 for 4. Paige Kohler and Amy Velasco really haven't started to get it going, only 2 for 9 between the two of them. But I think three-point shooting is going to be a big part of the second half of this game, as well as defense. I mean, you got to hold on to the lead as well. So looking to see some of those more defensive players step up in this game and be a huge factor playing in the second half.
Yeah, and keeping up the consistency, because against Southern Miss, they had that big lead and they allowed them back into it, because in the second half, they started missing big shots and they turned the ball over a lot. In the first half, they only had 6 turnovers today to Stetson, who had 12.
Yeah, that's a huge disparity, and we saw that against the West Virginia, as well, down in Morgantown, or I guess up in Morgantown from where you are right now. But a lot of turnovers and a lot of fouls for Bowling Green. They've seemed to, against a much easier team, but they've seemed to remedy that a lot. Not a lot of fouls accrued, only 7 on the game. Again, the leader in fouls for Bowling Green is 2, and then the turnovers have been almost a non-factor in this game for Bowling Green, which is really nice to see. The defense has been pretty good. I don't think there's any player on Stetson that's above 5 total points scored. Shooting percentage is pretty low as well. Bowling Green's actually shooting as good from 3 as Stetson is shooting from everywhere on the floor. So that's really nice to see from the Falcons, putting it all together. Defense, offense, they've looked very strong in this first half, and looking for that defense to really excel in the second and hold on to the 47-25 lead.
Yeah, and their points off a turnover is 18 for the Falcons, 4 for Stetson. And now, Ben, while I have you here, we have a big football game going on right now. Do you have an update on that?
Yeah, massive football game. The Falcons are driving. They're on their own 40-yard line right now, but they've got a 40-yard drive going. They trail 14-5, and if you're wondering how they got to 5, they did have a safety as their first score of the game, and then kicked a field goal as well. They've punted a couple of times. Offense really hasn't been too great, but this drive, it looks like they're going to put it together a little bit. Bazelak has a QBR of 100. He's 16 for 24. He has an interception thrown, a pretty bad interception at that, but 119 total yards, no touchdowns, 66 completion percentage. Terrion Stewart's been pretty good as well, 9 rushing attempts for 34 total yards, 3.8 average, and he's got a 13-yard gash as well. Jamal Johnson's got 2 for 14. Harold Fannon's got 1 for 4. He's also connecting that with 5 receptions for 24 total yards. Again, he needs 58 in this game to be the tight end, the all-time leader in tight end receiving yards, which he has the chance, if he plays in the bowl game, to do, but you don't want to let it get that far. So looking for Harold Fannin to have a good game too. But this football game means whoever wins is going to be playing in Detroit for the MAC championship a week from now. So Bowling Green's they have their work cut out for them. They're trailing by 9 with 7:47 left to play in the third quarter. A lot of time left, but they're going to need to put some pretty good streaks together and come away with this victory against Miami of Ohio.
And the final thing before we send it back for the second half of play is there's a big hockey game tonight on WBGU at 7. Ben, you'll have the call, Michigan Tech versus BGSU.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rivalry game for Bowling Green against Michigan Tech based on some things that have happened in the last couple years. They always play really tight. It's a little bit of a down year for Michigan Tech. It's a bit of an up year for Bowling Green, I would say. So it's going to be really nice to see how both teams end up playing. I think it's a very evenly matched game. I think it's going to be very tight. I'm predicting that it's going to be a one-score game in both. Bowling Green's had some tough competition this year. Michigan Tech has yet to really play a great series of competition. They did last week against Minnesota State and really got kind of pounded. So it's going to be a good competition for them. Great competition for Bowling Green, and Willie in his first year at head coach. Should be fun. 7 o'clock, 6:45 pregame on this radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM, BGSU hockey versus Michigan Tech in the Slater Family Ice Arena.
All right, well, thank you, Ben, for joining me. When we return, we'll have the second half of play here at the Ocean Center. It is 47-25 in favor of the Falcons of BG.
BGSU football can punch their ticket to the MAC championship with a win in the final game of the season over Miami on Friday, November 29th. Join the Falcon Media Sports Network's Reese Patrikas and Sean Connolly on the call at 11:45 for pregame and noon for kickoff. Catch all the action on Falcon Radio.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hockey drops puck in the second game of a 2-game set against the Michigan Tech Huskies on Saturday, November 30th. Join the voice of Falcon Hockey, Ben Korak, at 6:45 for pregame and 7 p.m. for game time on WBGU 88.1 FM.
I'm BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat, and you're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU women's basketball.
Welcome back to the beautiful Ocean Center here in Daytona Beach. It's 47-25 in favor of the Bowling Green State University Falcons. They lead Stetson in game 1 of 2 they play in this tournament. Of course, they play Arkansas tomorrow. Same tip-off time, 1:15. My name's Caden Knapp. This is WBGU 88.1 FM. The basketball will be in favor of the Falcons, who are going now to the eastern side of the Ocean Center. They were going to the west. For reference, I'm on the northern side. And the opposite scorers table is on the south side of the gymnasium. Layla Harrison to inbound it. Velasco will retrieve it. Gherkin, Porter, and Kohler are the others on the floor. Same starting 5. And the Hatters, same situation, having their starting 5 on the floor. We're underway, and it's going to start Amy Velasco now. Dribbling around the arc. She's going to get over to Layla Harrison, who finds Gherkin. Now Kohler in the corner. Wide open 3. No good. It bounced off the side of the backboard, and then Gherkin's going to have it stripped away out of bounds off of her. That one could have gone either way, but it's going to be Hatter basketball. Mitchell was the defender there. Up floor goes Mary McMillan. She's from Florida. She's dribbling around. Pass it over. There's Cameron Thomas. Get it back out. Now around the arc working. Tasia McMillan. And passes the corner. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. The officials are now going to have a little bit of discussion, and they're going to say Hatter basketball, which I think is the correct call because Layla Harrison was the one who got a hand on it for the Falcons. The initial call was BG ball, but I was like, wait a second. That was tipped away. 33 seconds into the second half. Up top, dribble around. Cameron Thomas, a lot of contact, no good on the shot, and Layla Harrison finds herself with the defensive board. Amy Velasco now on the other side. The Falcons dominated this game. They finished the first half in a 14-3 run. As Erica Porter gets it underneath, she double teams. Nice spin move, but shorten the shot, get her own rebound, go back up with it, no good. Showing off her height there, but couldn't finish both times there. Other side of the floor, end-to-end. Mary McMillan short on her layup, but the rebound is made by the offense in McMillan, Tasia McMillan. Passing around the arc now. Cameron Thomas has it, far side wing. Moving around, pass it over. There's a 3 from the top of the key, off the mark to the left, and no good it was, as the rebound is made by Paige Kohler. Flying up the other side of the floor, get it over. Amy Velasco in stride, hand it back to Paige Kohler. And now Coach Shamil says slow down the offense. 10 seconds into the shot clock. Velasco now find Lauren Gherkin. There's a shot. It's no good. In and out it went from the near side wing, but the rebound is made by Harrison. Layla Harrison all the way out at the opposing wing. Now Velasco with it. Take a 3. Splish, splash. She made it from the near side wing, and it's 50-25. The Falcons doubling up the Hatters. Dribble drive, Mary McMillan. She's going to be fouled going up. She tried to lay it in, and Amy Velasco is going to be guilty of her second foul. As now Lauren Gherkin will check out of the game. Jasmine Fern will check in for her. An interesting note about Jasmine Fern, the redshirt sophomore, is her dad, Aaron Fern, is actually the head coach at Charlotte for their men's basketball program. He took over this year. Shot number 1 is no good for Mary McMillan. Her brother also plays basketball. 8 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the third quarter. McMillan only played in 7 games last year because of injury. Shot number 2 is good. 50-26. Hatters bringing the full court press. This is expected. They do it when they trail often. Double team. Layla Harrison gets out of it, passing over Paige Kohler. Now Jasmine Fern, a 3 from the near side. No good. Too much power under it. And Erica Porter tried to corral in the basketball, but couldn't. It bounced into her team's bench, and the Hatters will get the basketball back. Taya Ellis was right there, and so was Johnny Donahue. They had to back away. Over there laughing now. It's like, evacuate, evacuate. Other side of the floor, there's McMillan. Mary McMillan lays it in. Up to 3 points now today for the graduate students. Paige Kohler, other side of the floor, pass it over Amy Velasco. Now Layla Harrison takes a long 2 from the near side. It's no good, and then it's tipped up in the air and rebounded by Promise Keshi. Other side of the floor going quickly are the Hatters, and that pass is going to be intercepted. It's intercepted by Jasmine Fern. And now Amy Velasco with momentum out to Fern. Take a 3 from the near side wing. No good. Too much power under it. And then the rebound, Erica Porter underneath. Westall foul count. The bucket for the second time today for Erica Porter. What a game she's had. 12 points, and she's going to have a chance to make it 13 from the charity stripe. She's 2 of 3 today in the free throw category. 52-28, 6:58 to go in the third quarter. Jorah Epley subs into the game for the Hatters. And the three-point play is converted for Erica Porter, who will go over to the bench and take a breather as Kendall Moxie enters for her. Just under 7 minutes in the third. Falcons ahead by 25. Pass it from one wing to the other. Now take a 3. No good for Gillibad. And then Moxie winds up with it at the end. Up floor, there's Paige Kohler, the sophomore. Moving around, backing away. Tightly guarded by Mary McMillan. Find Amy Velasco up top. Falcons taking their time. 10 seconds to shoot it. Velasco driving the paint. Go up with it through a defender. No good. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Tasia McMillan, the 6-footer. And the Falcons will keep it with 7 seconds to shoot it. Velasco to inbound it from the C in center. On the southern side of the gymnasium. Get it over. Out to Velasco from the corner. Yes! That 3 fell, and it's 56-28. As on the other side, it's no good there. Back to BG. Velasco from the elbow. Double team, and she's going to be fouled. Keshi, the guilty party. As there's Paige Kohler now with it. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Don't know why it cut out again. 55-28. Dribble around. There's a Fern. 3 in and out it goes from the far side wing. And now scramble drill for it, and the Hatters wind up with it. That was Haran. Other side, Mary McMillan. Around Paige Kohler gets it out. There's a 3 for Haran. No good. Short from the near side wing. And the Hatters come up with it. Mary McMillan now takes a 3 from the other wing, and it's no good off the back iron. And then Kendall Moxie hauls in the defensive board. 5:16 left in the third quarter of play. It's been all BGSU. They're in a 6-0 run over the last 98 seconds. Stetson's missed 4 straight shots from the floor. So we have a whistle and an offensive foul called on Kendall Moxie. That's her second foul and the team's second as well. As now Eva Bradshaw will check into the game for the Hatters. Up the floor with Mary McMillan. Hand it back to Promise Keshi. Get it ahead. Continuing the passing game with Bradshaw. Dribbling around the arc. McMillan now back with it. Dribble drive. Spinning around. Nice pass. And then she set up Quintara Mitchell perfectly to lay it in. 55-30. Deceptive passing is something the Hatters like to do, and it's something that Coach Limbria emphasizes. Off the screen, Velasco is going to hand it over to Kohler. Now back around the arc, working the other way, and that pass is cut off and tipped out of bounds by Promise Keshi. And we're going to take a media timeout. 55-30 the score, 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. BG in the lead, and this timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, 145 South Main Street in downtown Bowling Green, featuring coffee and craft beer and serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. See the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. I'll be right back. WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU men's basketball battles Weber State on Friday, November 29th at 1 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconmedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
Out of the timeout, it's 55-30 right here on WBGU 88.1 FM. Right now, the Falcons have led for 22 minutes and 47 seconds. On the opposite side, Stetson led for 2 minutes and 6 seconds, and these two teams have been tied for 48 total seconds. 11 seconds to shoot it for the Falcons. Kohler to inbound it right in front of me, gets it into Velasco. Mary McMillan was playing tight defense on Velasco. Good job to corral it, though. And there's a three from the near side wing. No good for Paige Kohler. She put too much power under it, and then a whistle. And a timeout is called by head coach Fred Shamil. A smart timeout at that because the player on the ground with 4:08 to play. And we're going to step aside once again, 55-30. juniperbrew.com.
BGSU men's basketball battles either Pepperdine or New Mexico State on Saturday, November 30th in the Arizona tip-off. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap on bgfalconmedia.com.
Out of the Coach Shamil timeout, there's 20 seconds on the shot clock. 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Falcons nursing a 25-point advantage at the moment. My name is Caden Knapp. This is WBGU 88.1 FM. Just a reminder, tonight Ben Korak will be calling Michigan Tech versus BGSU. It's hockey on Black Friday. A jam-packed weekend of BGSU athletics. Football game going on right now as well. It's getting into the latter stages of that one. We have a good crowd on hand today in the Ocean Center. Quite a few BG fans traveled, especially parents. Team had Thanksgiving dinner yesterday. Families, players were invited for that one. Right now, Velasco and Porter lead the Falcons scoring, and Gherkin on top of that. Velasco 14, Porter 13, and Gherkin has 13 as well. Those three players are definitely in consideration for the BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide Player of the Game. Jasmine Fern to inbound it from in front of the Falcons bench. Get it into Paige Kohler up top. Kohler tightly defended. Dribbles around. Going to pass it to the corner. Kulachkoska find Kohler once again. Erica Porter sets a high ball screen. Get it to Porter. Dribbling around. 3 seconds to shoot it. And a nice move. Erica Porter lay it in. 57-30. Other side of the floor now. Mary McMillan's going to spin out of traffic. Then pass it out to Bradshaw, now to the corner. Mitchell, and gets it up top to Promise Keshi to reset the offense. Bradshaw with it, 3:28 to play in the third. From the block, go up within. No good off the back iron. Bradshaw couldn't get that one to fall. And the Falcons get yet another defensive board. Lob it in. Erica Porter through two defenders. Going to be fouled going up. And she's going to get 2 free throws. That foul was on Tiaja McMillan, the third team foul. The Falcons have committed 2 today. Erica Porter, 3 of 4 today from the charity stripe. First shot is good. As I said, Erica Porter, only player on the Falcons that played in Florida, current, of course. That's shot number 2, short and no good. She played 5 minutes in Baylor's first game back in 2022 here in Florida in that tournament I was talking about pregame. In Estro, Florida. It's near Fort Myers. As there's a layup that's good. That was Quintara Mitchell. She has 8 points today. 58-32, under 3 minutes to go in the third. Erica Porter dribbling with the ball, stops at the cherry stripe, handed back to Kulachkoska. A lot of space beyond the arc for her. Now find Paige Kohler. Dump it inside, pivoting around from the elbow. Erica Porter out to Kulachkoska. Take a 3, no good. A little too much heat on it, and back the other way. Mary McMillan picked up the board. Get it ahead. There's a shot up and no good for Bradshaw. Now Velasco has it. Up tempo on both sides right now as Velasco dribbling with it, pass it, and that's intercepted across the middle. And back the other way go the Hatters. That was Mitchell who cut off the Velasco pass. She was trying to get it over to Paige Kohler. Dribble around now. Mary McMillan, tightly guarded by Kulachkoska, get it off, and there's a Mitchell layup. She froze Jasmine Fern there, and it's 58-34. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Christiana Kulachkoska get it over Amy Velasco. Now Jasmine Fern dribbling up top, hand it back. There's Paige Kohler. Get it over. Deceptive pass to Amy Velasco. Velasco putting on the moves. Drive to the hoop off the Erica Porter screen and lay it in. 16 points for Amy Velasco. As there's a tightly contested shot by Velasco on the other end, and it's no good. Velasco was playing defense. Quintara Mitchell was the shot taker. Velasco bounce pass, and no good. Erica Porter tried to lay it in there. Now Mary McMillan end-to-end, go up with it, has it batted away, and out of bounds it goes. Last touch by Paige Kohler with 71 seconds to play, and Cameron Thomas will check into the game, and so will Noga Haran for the Hatters, and then Kendall Moxie and Lauren Gherkin will re-enter the game for Erica Porter and Jasmine Fern on the Falcon end. 26-point lead for the Orange and Brown. Drive around. Cameron Thomas is going to be fouled going up. Lauren Gherkin will be the guilty party. That's her second, the team's third. Each team's now committed 3 fouls at this quarter. At the line, Cameron Thomas. Thomas 2 of 2 today from the charity stripe. From Hazel Crest, Illinois. Jim goes silent. She misses her first shot. At her previous school, Southwestern Michigan, she set the single-game scoring record with 36 points. And she hits free throw number 2. She's nowhere near that at the moment at 5 points today. A 2-2-1 press from the Hatters. Falcons passing it around, get it ahead. Kendall Moxie. Find Paige Kohler. Dribbling around. We're under a minute to go in the quarter. Kulachkoska find Amy Velasco, and she's going to be found. A little too much contact for Promise Keshi, the guilty party there with 47 seconds to go. And another note with Keshi is she shot nearly 1/3 of the shots she's taken last year. So she took 150 total shots last year. She's already up to 45 this year. Her role has been growing. As Kulachkoska is going to hand it back to Amy Velasco. Velasco lob it up for Moxie, and Moxie has it batted away, and it went back off of her. So Stetson will get it back with 35.1 seconds to go. The shot clock still on, and of course, over 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Mary McMillan slowing the pace. Gets it ahead to McMillan, the other McMillan, as there's a long 2. Splash! 60-37. That was Tasia McMillan making that shot. As here it goes, Paige Kohler. Off the Velasco screen, Kohler drives, and she's going to lay it in from the far block. Went around Tasia McMillan, and there's a 3 as time expires, and it's no good for Mary McMillan. 62-37 stands the score after 3 quarters of play. It's been all Falcons here in Daytona Beach. My name's Caden Knapp. This is WBGU 88.1. This time out is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can find the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. We'll be right back in 90 seconds to finish this one up.
On November 16th, 2024, BGSU Volleyball defeated Ohio in 5 sets, clinching their 7th regular season championship under head coach Daniela Tomic. Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil had the call on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Picked up on the attack, Archinska off the block, saved by LaPinta. Over is on the attack is Hovey. The Falcons have done it. Bowling Green will host the MAC Tournament regular season championship returns to the orange and brown.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
It is 62-37 heading into the fourth quarter in favor of the Falcons. The Hatters will start with the basketball. They're going back to the western side of the gymnasium. Caden Knapp, WBGU 88.1 FM. The around spin move there underneath from McMillan. Tasia, and take a shot, and it's going to fall. It bounced off the back iron and then went in to make it 62-39. A quick score for Stetson. Down court, there's Erica Porter at the midcourt logo. Find Velasco now. Kohler dribbles out of a triple team somehow. Now moving, go to the hoop, pass it out to Kulachkoska, who's going to drive and then roll it over to Porter, who's double teamed, and Porter's going to put it in over 2 defenders. Like I said, they practice that a lot. Putting in those shots with 2 defenders on you and staying composed. Coach Emil definitely thrilled to see that come into fruition in gameplay. As that shot is no good from Taisha McMillan. Couldn't lay it in. Paige Kohler now other side of the floor for the Falcons. Velasco into Porter, who almost lost it. Got it back, though. Go find it over Lauren Gherkin. Out to Kulachkoska now. Dribbling around the wing. Hand it back to sophomore guard Paige Kohler. 1:20 into the 4th quarter of play. Lauren Gherkin now over. 3 seconds to shoot it. And short on the layup that time was Erica Porter. And the rebound was made by Taisha McMillan. Now the other McMillan and Mary McMillan going to kick it out to Epley, and then the loose ball taken. 10 takes away from 10. Paige Kohler ahead to Amy Velasco. Now Paige Kohler out to Velasco to the corner. Take a 3. Short off the front iron, no good, but Lauren Gherkin makes a nice offensive play to rebound it, and then is fouled going up, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As we've mentioned before, Lauren Gherkin is a fantastic scorer. 13 points today. She set the all-time record for Hancock County men's and women's basketball in high school. Shot number 1 is good. Went to Liberty Benton High School. 65-39. Shot 2, also good. Perfect. Eva Bradshaw back into the game. She dribbling with it up the floor. Stops her dribble, kick it out. Mitchell now drive to the hoop, and she's going to be fouled going up, and this will be the first foul on BG this quarter. As I believe Erica Porter will be the guilty party of that foul. Her 4th, the team's first, as I just said. Porter 7 of 14 today from the floor. She also has 7 rebounds. She's up over 200 career rebounds, is Erica Porter. So the line to shoot for 2 is Mitchell, and she's going to miss her first one. Mitchell, another player that was narrowing in on a record or even number setup. As we have a whistle, and I think a lane violation is called on Stetson. So no free throw. 8 minutes to play. Kulachkoska with it. Pass it over. There's Erica Porter. Now Paige Kohler. Mitchell is 2 rebounds away from 300 career, by the way. She has 1 today. Paige Kohler wide open 3 from the far side wing. No good. Off the back iron, but Erica Porter goes out to rebound it from the near corner. Get it out, Lauren Gherkin. Take a 3, and it's going to rattle home. Lauren Gherkin. Yes. 69-39. Other side of the floor, there's a 3. No good. That time for Taisha McMillan. Back to the Falcons it goes. Paige Kohler end-to-end. Go up with it. It's good. 71-39. The lead is now 32 for the Falcons. A 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes and a scoring drought of 230 for the Hatters. My goodness, what a great series of events for the Orange and Brown. This timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company, 145 South Main Street in downtown Bowling Green, featuring coffee and craft beer and serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. See the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. Timeout Stetson. We'll be right back. Thank you all for tuning in.
On November 1st, 2024, BGSU men's soccer defeated nationally ranked Western Michigan for the first time in a decade. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer was on the call on the WBGU PBS YouTube channel.
History has been made here at Cocker Stadium for the first time in 37
regular season matches for the Western Michigan Broncos, and for the first time in a decade, the Bowling Green Falcons take down the Western Michigan Broncos by a final score of 3-0 here at Concord Stadium. Wow!
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Welcome back to Daytona Beach. It's 71 to 39. 71 to 39. 7 minutes and 12 seconds to play in regulation. BG leads, and we got an update from the football game right now. Miami of Ohio leads Bowling Green 21 to 12 with about 9 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Harold Fannin 20 yards away from breaking the NCAA tight end receiving yard record. So narrowing in on that. They're going to need him if they want to win in the last 9 minutes. Fourth quarter resumes here in the Ocean Center. Caden Knapp, WBGU 88.1 FM. Bradshaw dribbling with it, and somehow a kickball violation was not called. Emily Cecil kicked the basketball, but it went right back to Stetson, and there's a missed shot, mid-range shot, and back to the Falcons. Amy Velasco back away. Find Lauren Gherkin. Kulachkoska now. Inside, there's Erica Porter. Cross pass to Velasco. And now up top to Christiana Kulachkoska. 8 seconds to shoot it. Amy Velasco, 5 seconds. She's going to have to take a shot. Drive, go up with it short off the front iron. And out of bounds it goes. Last touch by Erica Porter's elbow. You could hear her say, "I hit my elbow." As here go the Hatters. Underneath, go up with it. No good on that shot from Epley. And then Kulachkosa comes up with it. Gortka now on the other side of the floor. Cecil, find Kulachkoska. Struggled to get it because the defender was in her face. And Keshi. Now Gherkin takes a long two and it banks it home. 73-39, under 6 minutes in the fourth. It's been all Bowling Green State University. They have a matchup against Arkansas tomorrow. That's a quick turnaround for Arkansas. They play tonight at 6. And then have to play again at 1:15 tomorrow. No good on the layup there for Stetson. Other side of the floor, Emily Cecil. Cecil, tightly guarded, off the Lauren Gherkin screen now. She's going to stop her dribble, get it off to Gherkin. Get it over to Kulachkoska, lob it in, make a move, go to the hoop, and Erica Porter gets yet another basket. She's now up to 20 points, ties the team lead with Lauren Gherkin. Porter has 8 rebounds, which is one more than Gherkin, as now we have a whistle and a timeout called by Coach Lynn Bria's Hatters. They're on the verge of going 3-3 this season and dropping this one. They play Utah State tomorrow. So we're going to step aside with 5:03 to play in the fourth quarter. And this timeout is sponsored by Juniper Brewing Company. You can find the latest menu at juniperbrew.com. Don't go anywhere. To listen to replays of recent Falcon Media Sports Network's broadcasts, tune into WBGU 88.1 FM every weekday morning from midnight to 3 a.m. We're back here in Daytona. Hatters set to inbound in front of their own bench. Dribble around, lost dribble by Mitchell. Keshi there to pick it up, pass it to the corner. There's a three, no good, too much power under it for Haran, but an offensive rebound's made. Go back up with it, no good. That time for Eppley, and back to the Falcons it goes. It was Emily Cecil picking up the rebound. She now has 2 today. Paige Kohler now. Stops her dribble, goes up with it through 2 defenders. A lot of contact, short on the shot. Eppley rebounds it. Falcons on a 13-0 run in the last 4.5 minutes. Stetson's missed 7 consecutive shots, and they make that 8 as that's short and no good on the layup there from Haran, and out of bounds it goes. It'll stay on the Hatters' end as Jasmine Fern re-enters the game. She'll take the place of Lauren Gherkin. Breakout game for the freshman. As I said, Gherkin's been fantastic. 20 points, 7 rebounds. Paige Kohler, the only starter for the Falcons that's out there right now, as there's no good on that shot. Offensive rebounds made, though. Go up with it, whistle, and it's an offensive foul. Eva Bradshaw, the guilty party there with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to play in regulation. And a 36-point lead for the Orange and Brown. So it looks like Velasco, Porter, and Harrison's days are done as there's an offensive foul on the other side of the floor. Kulachkoska, the guilty party of that foul. Like I said, Gherkin, Velasco, and Porter definitely are all in contention for BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide Player of the Game. Of course, we'll interview that chosen player after the game is over. Drive to the hoop and lay it in. Quintara Mitchell. She has 10 points now, getting to double digits. She's 1 rebound away from 300 career rebounds, so almost there. Kulachkoska head to Cecil, wide open to the hoop, and she's going to put that one in the basket. And now Coach Shamil, I believe, used a timeout because he just called over everyone. Not exactly sure. Oh, correction, that was not a timeout call. There was a player down. Jimmy goes silent. Didn't see it. It's like the player that went down is hidden from me at the moment. But we'll step aside and come right back. 77-41.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
It was Noga Haran who went down for the Hatters, but she did walk off the court under her own power to the locker room. 77-41 the scores, 3:15 to go. Nice move to the hoop, but no good on the shot. It was Bradshaw underneath. And Paige Kohler back with the basketball, flying the other way. Get it over to Kendall Moxie. Find Kulachkoska. Tightly guarded by Bradshaw. Get it back to Moxie. Now quick pass. Jasmine Fern, a 3. No good off the back iron. She took it from the near side wing, and the other way it goes for Stetson. Now quickly take a 3. Mitchell from the far side wing, no good. And Cecil is going to go out and get the rebound at the far side elbow. Ahead, Jasmine Fern now. Gives it ahead, Emily Cecil. These games build depth for the Falcons. Much needed depth that they need, especially if players go down. As there's a 3 from the corner, short and no good. And the rebound is made by the Hatters, Cameron Thomas. Stetson is one of their last 13 from the floor, as that 3 is no good from the near side wing. They're just launching up shots at this point. Falcons on a 15-2 run over the last 7 minutes. As we have a whistle and a substitution. Taylor Wallace will enter the game for Paige Kohler. This is just the second game she's appeared in this season. Both games today here in the Ocean Center so far have been separated by large differentials, with Richmond beating Oakland. Wallace had trouble handling that one, and this loose ball back to BG. Now, as Stetson turned it over, Wallace up with it, no good, underneath the hoop. It's a loose ball, scramble drill, sloppy basketball, 3 consecutive turnovers between the two teams, and now Bradshaw is going to take a breath and slow it down as we're approaching the 90-second mark of the final quarter. 77-41 the score. Falcons are going to be happy tonight heading into Arkansas. Tomorrow they play them at 1:15. Take a 3 in and out it goes for Promise Cache, and then it's going to take a bounce out of bounds off of Taylor Wallace. Stetson will keep it with 76 seconds to play in regulation. BG has not scored in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Stetson has not scored in 2 minutes and 27 seconds. So not much scoring in the last 2.5 minutes, and that streak will be broken as Cameron Thomas lays that one in. Thomas, 7 points today. Taisha McMillan leads the team with 9 points of the players that are on the floor. Quintara Mitchell has 10. She's on the bench right now. Moxie up with it. No good. Gets her own rebound and put it in. Kendall Moxie, 8 points today. Now there's a 3 on the other side of the floor. No good off the back iron. 38 seconds to play. And Emily Cecil finds herself with another rebound. She's been racking up those rebounds, up to 4 in the 16 minutes that she's played. 3 have happened in this last 2 or 3 minutes. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 25 seconds on the game clock. BG's going to walk away with the win and return to 3 and 4 now. Well, Stetson's going to drop to 500 at 3 and 3. This will be the first win of the year for the Falcons away from home as they take a shot clock violation. 2 of their wins have now been by big margins. This one, 36. They beat St. Bonaventure by 51 earlier. As time will expire here at the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach. 79-43, the BGSU Falcons are victorious in their first game here on Black Friday. What a win for them. As I said, they'll play Arkansas tomorrow at 1:15. Don't go anywhere. Up next, I'm going to recap it. I'm going to talk to Coach Lexus Graham-Blanco about the win today. And we're going to talk to our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide player of the game, Erica Porter. This has been BGSU Basketball, Women's Basketball on WBGU 88.1 FM. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Interested in joining Falcon Media Sports Network? If you're looking to get involved, send an email to sports@bgfalconmedia.com.
On October 4th, 2024, BGSU volleyball opposite hitter Lauren Hovey recorded her 115th career service ace in BG's comeback reverse sweep of Western Michigan, passing Paige Penrod for the most in program history during the rally scoring era. Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil had the call of the historic moment on WBGU 88.1 FM.
And that will make history. Lauren Hovey's 115th ace in the rally scoring era is in the history books as the Stroh Center applauds.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network. Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconMedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
For all BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Looking for a BGSU Athletics talk radio show? Tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m., where a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network members discuss the hottest BG sports topics. Only on WBGU 88.1 FM. In Bowling Green football's 41-17 season opening victory over Fordham on August 29th, junior Justin Pace set a program record with a 100-yard kickoff return touchdown on the first play of the game. Falcon Media Sports Network's Reese Patricus had the call on Falcon Radio.
Go back up and field it on the goal line. Trying to take it to the right, got some blocks, got a hole. Peg was down the far sideline, and he's got space in front of him. 10, 5, touchdown BG brings back the opening kickoff. What a way to start the season.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call. On September 13th, BGSU men's soccer's Bennett Painter scored the game-winning goal against Northern Illinois, leading to the team getting nationally ranked. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer had the call on the WBGU PBS YouTube channel.
Gonna win that one initially. Head up again. Wins the second one, however. Back to lane, back to Painter. That one's blocked, gets it back. Painter! Bennett Painter paints another masterclass at Cochran Stadium.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Miss a BGSU sports broadcast? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to listen to past calls by Falcon Media Sports Network.
Falcon Media Media Sports Network is finally back on the road with BGSU hockey. Make sure to catch the voice of Falcon Hockey, Ben Korak, on the call for every BGSU game this season on WBGU 88.1 FM.
The BGSU volleyball team lost in the semifinal of the 2024 MAC tournament to Western Michigan on Saturday, November 23rd. The Falcons took the Broncos to 5 sets when Western Michigan won the 5th, a team who would eventually beat Ball State for the MAC championship title. The season was still a success for BG as they won the MAC regular season at a record of 16-2 in the first season of the combined MAC play, including 8 matches against MAC tournament teams. It was the 6th time the team under Daniela Tomic won the MAC regular season title, the 7th time with 20-plus overall wins, 11th time making the MAC tournament and finishing with a winning record, and the 9th year in a row making the tournament and playing in the semifinal. This has been 60 Seconds in Falcon Athletics.
Are you a fan of BG Falcon Media and the Falcon Media Sports Network? You can show your support for BGSU student media by donating at the bottom of the page of stories on bgfalconmedia.com.
The BGSU volleyball team lost in the semifinal of the 2024 MAC tournament to Western Michigan on Saturday, November 23rd. The Falcons took the Broncos to 5 sets when Western Michigan won the 5th, a team who would eventually beat Ball State for the MAC championship title. The season was still a success for BG as they won the MAC regular season at a record of 16-2 in the first season of the combined MAC play, including 8 matches against MAC tournament teams. It was the 6th time the team under Daniela Tomic won the MAC regular season title, the 7th time with 20-plus overall wins, 11th time making the MAC tournament and finishing with a winning record, and the 9th year in a row making the tournament and playing in the semifinal. This has been 60 Seconds in Falcon Athletics.
Welcome back to Daytona Beach. My name is Caden. This is WBGU 88.1 FM. We are here at the post game, and I have Coach Lexus Graham-Blanco with me.
Hi. How are you all?
I'm doing fantastic right now. I know you're doing fantastic.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel after that big win?
Man, we needed it. But no, I feel great. We did everything we had for the game plan, and our girls, they just came out and they played for 40 minutes. You can't ask for anything better, especially down here in the sun. Well, not today, but it's been for this week. It's been really sunny, great weather, so you can't complain.
Yeah, and speaking of the game plan, you had 3 specific keys with protecting the arc, playing good transition defense, and taking care of the basketball. How do you think the team did at fulfilling those?
Listen, let me start with the taking care of the ball. We only had 13 turnovers the entire game. That you can't ask for a better team to take care of the ball. They held we actually forced them to 17 turnovers, and they usually force teams to about 20 turnovers just because how they play on defense and how they play, just their fast pace. But we took care of the ball, and our transition, we got back. We were able to stop the ball in transition and matchup, and then we also held them to 3 for 23 from the three-point line. So they usually make 10 threes per game, but they only made 3. So we were able to stop them. Some they just missed. We weren't there, but we held them to 3 for 23 from the three-point line. That's huge. Just 13%. That's amazing.
Yeah, it definitely was a huge reason why you guys were able to win. And, I mean, how nice is that as a coach to, have that workout on that practice and whatnot and then see it just happen on the floor?
Yes, no, it's definitely rewarding for sure. Just to, I'm going to talk about, all the time and effort we do put in, the scouts, to prepare our team to be successful in the game. And then when they actually go out there and they just excel and execute the game plan, it's definitely a reward.
And how big was this game for team morale just in general? You guys had those 2 games against West Virginia and Ohio State, and it's just good to be back and win.
Yeah, no, it definitely, you could see like the sigh of relief, like the girls, like their shoulders just relaxed. They just felt the stress of, the 2, and they were Power 4 opponents. Like all we wanted to do, we wanted them to give their best ever. We wanted them to compete and to work hard, and then coming out here and competing and working hard and showing on the scoreboard. Like we scored 79 points, 79-43, and Stetson's a really good team, and they're going to make some noise in the ASUN, but like just to see us execute the game plan and just have fun, it's rewarding again, just really rewarding.
Then lastly, how do you carry this momentum into Arkansas tomorrow, especially if they're being such a quick turnaround?
Yeah, no, we don't let up. We're passing out the Girl Scouts right now. They're getting it. We're going to come back, and we're going to watch the first half of the game. We're going to watch film tonight. We're ready. We're going back. We're getting ready. We got to let this momentum lead into the game tomorrow for sure.
Well, thank you, Lexus, for sitting down with me.
Yes, thank you so much.
Congrats on the win. We're going to step aside and come right back and talk to Erica Porter, the BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide player of the game.
BGSU junior wide receiver Raheem Smith is this week's Falcon Media Sports Network Athlete of the Week. Smith was named to the MAC Co-Offensive Player of the Week for his performance in BG's 38-13 victory over Ball State on Saturday, November 23rd. Smith tallied 89 all-purpose yards and found the end zone 3 times against the Cardinals, 2 on receptions and 1 rushing. On the season, Smith has 15 receptions for 230 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with 18 rushes for 119 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. This has been Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week.
I'm BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat, and you're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU women's basketball.
Welcome back to the Ocean Center here in Daytona Beach. My name is Caden Knapp, and I'm with our BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide player of the game, Erica Porter. The BG Falcon Media Food and Drink Guide provides the latest food and drink specials from local restaurants. You can find it on our homepage, bgfalconmedia.com, or simply go to our top navigation, mouse over life, and click on food and drink. And Erica, how good does it feel to have this game and this big win?
Honestly, it's a great feeling. I've kind of personally been struggling in my own internal problems, and it's just great to have some better statistics. I'm glad I can help the team out a little more. And, coming and traveling to Florida, away games are never easy, so it's always good to have a win.
Yeah, you scored a total of, I'm looking right now, 20 points.
Yes.
And that's a season high for you. What, kind of changed, do you think, over the course of the last week into this game?
Honestly, my mentality and just wanting it more. I've kind of been struggling with foul trouble in the previous games, which has prevented me from, doing what I'm good at. And just getting into my flow. So I think I did better with not getting in foul trouble in the first half, which allowed me to produce more, finish more. That's basically it.
Yeah. And you also had a total of 8 rebounds, and your big defensive presence and on offense as well. 7 of those were offensive rebounds. And with Taya out, you kind of had to step up to get those rebounds. And how do you think that went into effect today?
We've been working a lot of it. We've been talking a lot about me, being better on the boards in practice, just doing defensive drills. And I know with Taya being out, I had to, step up. In general, I should have been rebounding better, even when Taya was, or before Taya was hurt. So I just tried to focus and track the ball, box people out better. I still could do a better job. I think definitely today showed improvement.
From a team perspective, how do you think this win improves you guys' morale?
I think just coming off a win for tomorrow, it just gets us going. It gets us more excited. It makes us want to keep winning, and just represent the school on our chest and just, show people what we're made of.
Yep. And lastly, how do you continue this momentum into Arkansas, especially with a quick turnaround?
Yeah, so Arkansas is a SEC team, a Power 5 or a Power 4 team, and I know they're going to come out strong. But, just personnel, paying attention to personnel, defensive strategies, and, finishing plays on offense, and I think we'll be really well, or do really good.
Well, thank you so much, Erica, for sitting down with me.
Thank you so much.
Yep. And congrats on the win. That was Erica Porter, the BG Falcon Media Player of the Game Media Food and Drink Guide. My name is Caden. Now, this has been a presentation of Bowling Green Women's Basketball on WBGU 88.1 FM. I want to give a huge shout-out to Ben Korak back in our Cooling Center studios. He's board hopping and keeping this on air. Also, big shout-out to Lucas Kleinmeyer and Tyler Kavelitz, our directors, for all they do. And I'll be back tomorrow at 1:15 again for BG and Arkansas. Once again, the Falcons get the big win over Stetson, 79-43. They're now 3-4 this season. Kaden Knapp signing off. Stay safe, everyone.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconMedia.com.